Hello, this is Craig, and welcome to day 5 of our Caribbean trip. In this episode, we check out of our bed and breakfast in St. Thomas. Then we'll catch the Fast Ferry from St. Thomas to Tortola. With many ferries crossing between the two islands every day, it's probably an easy and quick transition, right? Not so much. And you'll meet the 2 other couples we'll be sharing the catamaran with for a week. All that coming up in this episode, so stay tuned. Okay, we're just about to check out of the Galleon House bed and breakfast. There's some pros, there's some cons. What do you say the pros are? The view. Let's go with the view. The view's pretty good. We have lots of windows and a nice balcony. Other cons. What did you think of the bed, Janice?
It was rock hard.
It was like...
I feel like my hips are both bruised, actually, from sleeping on my
Well, it felt like sleeping on a table.
Sleeping in a tent without an air mattress, actually, on the ground.
Yeah. It felt like sleeping on a box spring with no mattress. Yeah. So, okay, next major con is shower.
No pressure, mostly. I mean, it varied.
Yeah.
But if anyone else in the building was taking a shower at the same time,
I wouldn't even say it varied. It went
so I had to fill a bottle to wash my hair. I filled the water bottles and had to dump them on my head because
it was like a mist that came out. It was ridiculously low, so the shower sucks. This place was the cheapest, but you get what you pay for.
Yeah. It still wasn't that cheap.
It still wasn't that cheap. Like St. Thomas is very, very expensive. $162 Canadian plus taxes and service fees. It ended up being like almost $800 for us to stay here for 4 days, which is crazy expensive. In Canada, we get almost a 4 or 5 star hotel for like $200 a night, especially if you're getting on Priceline or Expedia or something. So yeah, not super cheap, but by St. Thomas standards, cheap, I guess. There's a phone in the room that doesn't actually have, a dial tone. At all.
And it's plugged in. I checked all that out, but anyway.
So more cons than pros for sure, but it's the cheapest thing we could find. So yeah, okay. I guess that's it. So we're checking out, and now we got to lug all this luggage down the road to the fast ferry that goes to Tortola. So that's our next adventure. You said the same word. Like a couple of hobos carrying everything we own, dragging it through parking lots to get to the ferry. Now what are you gonna do? Seems like the minimum price for a cab, even if it's like 2 blocks, is 20 bucks. You can almost go to the other side of the island for the same 20 bucks. So we figured, we're like 3 or 4 blocks from the ferry. No point in paying for a cab. We'll just hoof it. And since I already have a wee bit of a burn on my face, I'm wearing my nautical sailing hat. So how are you enjoying hoofing it?
Good.
Good?
For us.
That red building there is where we need to go. Okay, we've come to the end of our time in St. Thomas, and this is Dan and Theresa, who you met earlier when we were going on the plane to Puerto Rico, and now we're meeting up again at the ferry to Tortola, and then we're going to spend a week with them and the 2 other couples you'll meet, Colin and Carolyn, and we're going to spend a week on the Nautic 40, Open 40, so it should be fun. This is the ferry we're going to be getting on. We're going to try and get on early so we can get up top. So this is the island that was in the middle. That's St. Thomas back there. Bye, St. Thomas. Climb the highest tree, fall down. Mama, I'm fine, don't worry. Go back out to sea, sail home. That's how you're enjoying the ferry ride. Yeah, it is nice. Good? A lot of boats. It's amazing how close together all these islands are, right?
Yeah, nice blue water.
Dan has navionics on his phone, so this is St. John, or part of St. John. It's probably a much bigger island. Probably good. All of that's probably St. John over there. Joss Van Dyke there, so that's where we're going to end up on my birthday, the 2 Foxies and the Soggy Dollar.
Soggy Dollar.
Yeah, so that's Joss Van Dyke there. So now we're starting to get into the BVI Islands, right?
Yeah, that's the first island in BVI.
Tortola.
Back home, sweet home, where the heroes go to get all clean.
Okay, we got off the ferry here, and now we've been just standing and standing and standing in line. Customs. You don't think about that when you're going from one island to the next island. Customs. Okay, we made it through customs. It was a long, slow process. We're finally in Tortola. Okay, we just arrived, well, after we did a briefing in the office, and that took forever, but we're finally boarding our Nautatech Open 40. I'm gonna do a quick peruse. All our booze is on board. So the booze that we ordered is already here. And see what I mean? We couldn't have 8 people in this galley.
It's laid out better than the one that was on the boat show.
You think?
Yeah, it is.
And you got a lot of electronics. Why don't we take your bedroom across from yours as the storage so you can put your electronics?
Yeah, okay, sure.
I think that works better.
Yeah. Plus you don't have to listen to Janice snore then.
Oh goody, there's a variety of towels.
So here's one of the smaller ones. And this is the one where we're like the same size Colin and Carolyn will have, and this is ours. This is nice.
It's very new looking.
Very new.
And look, variety of towels, even purple for my hair.
Purple for your hair, blue for me, blue for boys, purple for girls, brown for who knows what.
You.
Yeah, not the biggest port lights, but
So excited.
so excited.
So excited.
So excited.
Ah, so excited.
Let's look. Here's the helm. Here's the helm. Here's the deck. Got our trampoline. A couple of seats at the front. Look at all the deck space on here too. So we spent the last little while loading all the booze into the appropriate spots and the beer into the coolers and the 2 working fridges. But yeah, it's time we got to eat. We had breakfast this morning and we haven't eaten really any food since then. So it is so hot. And the other thing is this boat doesn't come with any air conditioning. Most catamarans do, but this one doesn't. It's got a lot of speakers for music though. But yeah, you can't get away from the heat. You're down below trying to unload your clothes and other stuff, and it's like a sauna. So, hey, Theresa, it's like a sauna when you're down below, eh?
Very much.
Greg,
Yeah. Okay, I was on the other camera at the time, but we met Colin and Carolyn on the dock, so they're here, and Dan, Theresa, and us were just getting some food at the restaurant here at the harbor. I'll check it out. This is the harbor. We'll get some food and then get back there for our briefing. Once we get our briefing tonight, then we don't need to do it tomorrow. We get going earlier.
Good start.
Okay, so we're just ready for our final briefing, and then we'll be free to go either tonight or more likely tomorrow morning when it's. I just want to introduce you to everybody. You've seen Dan and Theresa numerous times in this video.
Hi.
The other couple that we're going to be spending the week with is Colin and Carolyn.
Hello.
Hello.
And of course you know Janice. So we're going to have a great time. It's going to be awesome. And none of us have you sailed a catamaran before? No. This is the first time for all of us. Yes. Let's not tell the guys about to do our briefing that none of us have actually done.
sorry, I must say it. I have.
You have sailed?
A hobby cat.
A homie cat.
Perfect.
Yeah, so I sailed a
It's kind
16-foot
of-
laser, so
There you go.
Okay.
can't be any
So
different.
we'll probably leave that on the lowdown for the guys that do a briefing here. We got to sound like we're really
all very
professional.
qualified.
Yes, we're all
We have a-
extremely
look at this.
qualified.
Look at this
Yes,
giant folder.
Dan has a huge
Yeah.
folder.
Credibility right there. Credentials
There you
right
go.
there.
Upstairs.
So we're very, very good sailors.
Yeah.
So anyways, it's going to be a great week, and you'll see the rest of us all socializing for the next 7 days.
Yes.
Should be a good time.
Okay, this is the poor guy that Dream Yacht Charters sent over to give us our safety briefing. He had been working for another charter company and just started with Dream Yachts, and it was clear he didn't know anything about this particular boat. I saw the watermaker under the bed and asked how we turn it on and start making water since we were plugged into shore power, and he didn't seem to know. He eventually came to the conclusion that it just doesn't work, and he happened to flag down a manager that was going by and mentioned that watermaker doesn't work, and the manager just sort of shrugged and kept walking. Even though we'd been plugged into shore power for hours, both fridges were not getting cold, and we found lights that we could not turn off without shutting off the breaker. The poor guy didn't know what to say about all these things that weren't working because the boat had already passed its safety check by the mechanics. Soon after this guy left from the safety briefing, one of the 2 toilets stopped working. This boat is only 1 year old, and it seems clear to us that nobody is doing maintenance on this boat.
Okay, so we've had a good night of beverages, but we've have a few disappointing things.
There are a few inadequacies.
Yes, major ones. Deficiencies that we want to get a new boat for. A, there's a water maker that doesn't work. B, the light in our bedroom cannot shut off at all. You have to turn off the circuit breakers. More importantly,
They're halogen, not LED for some reason. So it's heating up.
Yeah, the lights are hot to the
Burning.
touch. Most importantly of all the deficiencies is the 2 fridges that we could find. Neither one actually get cold, even though we're plugged into shore power. So how do you have the fridges that don't work?
Yeah.
The solar panels don't seem to actually have a solar panel controller. And the guy pretty much told us the solar panels don't work very well, so we should run our engines 3 hours a day to keep the batteries charged.
3 hours a day. Yeah, it's supposed to be a year old or brand new.
Yeah, it's a 2016, so this thing should be like running like a top. So far nothing works. So we're gonna demand another boat tomorrow. But just one thing after another, but we're having beverages so we don't think about it.
And we love each other. We're still having fun.
We'll make it work.
Yes. Yes.
Until tomorrow morning, then we'll demand
And I'm
satisfaction.
gonna get like really confrontational.
All right. Good night for tonight.
So while we're sitting having drinks and snacks, Janice's chair breaks from underneath her.
Something felt
It's a nice chair.
felt like a chip.
Felt like a chip. It came out of the chair?
Yeah.
Oh, we got a broken chair too.
Really?
We have a short list of money.
Another complaint.
No.
This boat is like a nightmare.
Yeah, did you hurt yourself?
No.
Yes, you did.
Yeah. Yes, you did. In fact, your lower
Did you hurt
back is
yourself?
killing. Hey, your lower back is aching like it never
Like a
ever
lawyer.
felt
Did you
before.
hurt yourself?
Hopefully you found this episode informative and entertaining. If so, please give it a thumbs up. Stay tuned to tomorrow's episode when we'll find out if Dream Yacht Charters is going to do anything to help us with this boat from hell. And the best way to not miss an episode is hit that subscribe button. So until next time, this is Craig signing off, wishing you safe cruising.